so fucked. How's it going, man? It's been a while. How are you doing? Yo, how's it? That's quite good. It's quite good. Welcome everyone to the game stream. That's what I decided to call it. I finally decided on a bloody name for this. And I finally decided to actually have some control over my audio levels. Welcome everyone to a brand new stream again. It is Monday again, which means that it is time for the game stream. Which, if you're not aware of what the game stream is my new format. It's my new thing that I'm doing. It's a thing that I'm super well known for. If this is the first time you're tuning into the stream, this is what I'm known for. I'm very experienced in this. I completely invented this myself. I'm a genius. No, I'm not. This right here is basically what we explained last week and when the stream kind of failed. This is my format. Basically, when I want to do a game stream that is not really necessarily playing through like an established game title, but I just want to be like, I didn't know what the fuck I'm going to do. We're going to go through these dice in a moment. Those decide what we're going to play. And then what we're going to play, we're going to have to go and get at like a little challenge. I have the box challenges right here. And yeah, based on what the challenges here say, that's what we're going to do. It's a very, very simple format. Honestly, like, it's not that special. But it did cost me quite some time to set this up. Sheesh, nice setup. Dude, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. It would have been such a shame if I did all of this and then y'all didn't like it. Like, seriously, that would have been an absolute shame. I would have quit. I would have been just like, okay, goodbye, that's it. I wouldn't entirely have quit, but yeah, no, that would have been quite a big blow to my self-esteem, as was last week. If you didn't see last week was the very first time that I tried this game stream format. I spent a month preparing this thing, and I was all ready to set to go, and then we had one challenge, which was farm your rally in Warframe, which, oh man, farming a Warframe should be so freaking easy, right? Just farming a Warframe. Oh boy, yeah, so I couldn't farm the Warframe, and I have reached out to Warframe support, and they've actually told me the reason. And I've decided that today we're not actually going to go and continue on with that challenge. Today we're just going to go pick up a new challenge again. I think I've put the challenge back into the box again, so because we didn't complete Farm Your Rally. So that means that soon we'll be able to, like grab it again. Maybe this is Farm Your Rally. Oh no, that's get another Warframe. Oh no. I'm peeking on the challenge. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, basically, next time we're gonna go and like get the Farm You Ready one, I'll go and explain what the hell happened. Basically, it was me being an idiot. Oh boy. But I guess y'all already expected it. Edward, how's it going, man? How's it going? Water gang. Oh yeah, dude. Bring out those large water bottles. Honestly, this right here, this water bottle, I don't know how much I've shown here on stream, because honestly, over the last year, I've not streamed all that much. Like back in the day, I used to stream 5 times a week, pretty much every single week. I had no social life, I had nothing to do, and that's the only thing that I did. Nowadays, the balance is still rather off, but it's a little bit better. Anyway, I don't know if I've shown this all that much, but basically one of my best friends, for my birthday, gave me a large bottle of water. It's like, seriously, like, they know me so freaking well. They know me so freaking well. It's crazy. They were like, here, have this gigantic bottle of water. It's like 1.5 liters of water. And yeah, I use this pretty much every single day. And I already filled up before the start of the stream, and it's already this empty. I need more water. I really need more water. Maybe one day, I need to have, like these water backpacks where, like, basically, when people do like long marathons, like they have backpacks full of water, maybe, and then you can sip it like right here. You have a little sip right there. Maybe I need one of those for the stream. How weird would that be? I just sit here. I'm just like, all right, hold on, wait, I gotta go drink something. All right, let's keep going. Man, maybe that's a little bit too hardcore. Maybe that would be a little bit too hardcore. I don't know if that's something I want to go down, but yeah, no, I like myself my water bottles. Maybe one day I'll make my own water bottle, but hey, until then, keep drinking that water. Water is good. Water is good for you. I really like it. I know there was one time where I didn't really enjoy drinking water all that much. I was more of a like give my water some taste kind of guy, and then one day I was just like, let me go try this. Let me just go try only going water, and I've not looked back since. So yeah, that's where we are. Welcome everyone to another week of content. which this week is going to be quite special. This week is going to be quite special because this will be the very first week that we're going to be having all the streams, hopefully, except on Friday, because on Friday it's going to be King's Day here in Holland, and yeah, I will be out doing some stuff. So yeah, Friday there won't be a stream, which means that we will not have the second playthrough stream. But hopefully on Wednesday we will continue on with Half-Life 2, and maybe we'll even complete Half-Life 2 on Wednesday. I don't know how far we are with Half-Life 2, but I do know that we'll be moving towards completing that as soon as possible, because man, it's been months since we've been going on with that. But hey, you know, it's I'm really glad. I'm starting to do these little recap segments at the start of these streams right now whenever we do a playthrough stream. Partly I think that really I hope that helps you to remember what's going on. It also really helps me to remember what the hell's been going on, because it's been a while. But yeah, you finished Black Mesa? Oh yes, I did. So fucked. I even made an entire video about it. I made an entire video about Half-Life and what I thought about it. I never really finished the entire playthrough videos sort of thing. But they are all on us around as streams. So, but yeah. Edward says Half-Life 3 should be out any day now. Best be prepared for that. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go and rush through that. Half-Life 3 will soon come out. Oh boy. See, the thing that I have right now when it comes to Half-Life is I really enjoyed Half-Life. Half-Life 2 so far has been sort of fun. But I'm not entirely seeing why people are ooh, Half-Life 3. There are some bits in there that are really nice, but there are also some bits in there where I'm yeah, you know, it's okay. So far what we've done is we've landed in the city, we've done the get to the lab thing, which is just running from that point to that point, and then we did the what's it called? We were at the lab, the Black Mesa lab, then we ran to Ravenholm, and then we ran from Ravenholm, we ran to a bridge. We first ran to the giant magnet, and the giant magnet put us in a cart, and the cart brought us to the bridge, and now we're at the bridge. And the thing that I have is so far I feel there's still something more to come. I feel there's still something more, because right now it feels like a really good follow-up to Half-Life. If you like the Half-Life, then Half-Life 2 is going to be enjoyable too. But I've not really seen yet something that's that step up that people are oh man, this is bada bing, bada boom, right? So I'm curious to see if that will come around or if that won't come around. I'm expecting something. But then again, I should not have expectations, because we all know that having expectations when it comes to games is really bad. Expecting a Half-Life 3 to come out. Oh man, should we play Half-Life Alex? Maybe then I need to get a VR setup and something like that. Oh boy. That said though, let's get started with the game stream. Let's get started. Let's figure out what we need to do for today, because otherwise we're going to be running out of time again. That's as we did last time, which was pretty annoying. But yeah, let's go and get this. So, if you're not familiar with what's going on right here with this entire setup right here, what we're doing here is called the game stream. If you're not familiar with the game stream, it is basically, actually, this is the first time I'm calling this. Basically, I was really rather tired of trying to figure out what to do for my streams, especially when I have streams where I don't really have a particular great idea for. Normally I would fire up whatever game I felt like playing at that point in time. A lot of times that would be, I've been playing Warframe this afternoon, let me go play Warframe on stream. Other times it would be oh, I've been trying to rank up with Apex, like yesterday night, oh, let me go play Apex. Or man, I've been trying to really get into grips with Age of Empires 2. I've been enjoying that, I've been watching some videos, I've been watching some tournaments, oh man, let me go play on stream. However, that doesn't really feel let me try and rephrase that. It didn't really seem to me like that would be something that made a lot of sense, because a lot of times that would mean I would play Apex for 5 months straight, and that would be it. And then I'd be oh, I'm kind of tired with this. Let me move on to Warframe. Let me move on to this. So this right here is my solution to that. I'm not gonna decide what we're gonna play. The dice are gonna decide what we're gonna play. So what we have right here is we have our beautiful placement where we're gonna be throwing this. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of an example of what that looks like. That's what it looks like right there. Also, I need to move the chat. Did I change that? Did I allow myself to move the chat already? I know I have added that as a feature, but I don't think I have that enabled on my Stream Deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go get rid of the chat right now on here, or maybe I can move it, because yeah, this right here, it's still rather scuffed. I spent a month preparing it. There's a lot of improvements that have been made from like last stream as well. But there's one thing of me being able to move the chat. I don't think I've added this in yet, which is just like really bad. Holy shit. So yeah, let me see right here. Filters. Let me see. Chad. Percent. Chad height. Let me hide the chat right now. Just to be sure, let me see if I switch over to this thing right here. That's all good. All right, so we're gonna do it like that. That doesn't mean that I can't read the chat. That I can't say hello to Mitchell. How's it going? How are you doing? But yeah, otherwise you can't see the options right there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's going well. It's going well. But yeah, I thought I added that. Anyway, welcome to the game stream. If you're just joining us, this right here is the setup. This basically is just the start to any stream. I need to find a better way to introduce this, but hey, you know, this is the second time I'm doing this, so forgive me for many mistakes that I maybe make. Anyway, it is live. That's what you're getting. So, the way that we're going to decide the game, we have the games up here, right there. We have Warframe, Apex, Age of Empires 2. I'm still looking for more games. If you have any suggestions for games that we can be adding on right there, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. We'll be trying them out on stream, and then if I feel like they're fun games that we can be adding on here, yeah, I'm open for them. I'm open for them. Other than that, since we don't have games on the bottom, basically these things right here will repeat. I'm gonna have to throw the dice. The rules are very simple. The die have to throw, like, it has to land over there. If you can see it on there, it counts. You can't really see that over there, so I don't know if that counts. That's a 5. That counts. However, you may ask, well, you know, like, that's not very exciting. You standing right here, dropping the dice right there, it's like, well, man, you know, that's not much of a game, is it? No, that isn't. That isn't the case. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have to make it fun. So basically, we have a microphone right here that goes to over there. I have to stand behind there, and I have to go hit this target, and then it has to land on there. If I miss a target, it doesn't count, and if I miss the target and it misses on there, it also doesn't count. This thing can also fall down. It hasn't fallen down so far. However, it is hanging on by just a tiny little thread. If that thing falls, then you guys get to choose what kind of game we're gonna be playing, and I have to be at the mercy of what you guys want me to play from this list, by the way, from that list. That's my stipulation. We're not gonna be playing some sort of like game that will get me banned on the on Twitch. That would be kind of problematic. Let me just put it that way. So that's the basic idea. Also, one thing I remember back in the day, we had Overwatch 2 as a potential candidate on there. However, Overwatch has not been doing quite so well. Overwatch has, like, long since forgotten its roots. Pretty much, it's been going down the drain quite badly. But it is actually, it's like hit a new low. And you may be thinking, how can Overwatch hit a new low? Overwatch has been, has been not in development for a really, really long time. It has been, then all of a sudden, like, Overwatch 2 would come out with the PvE stuff. But then all the PvE stuff was scrapped, and the entire game was replaced with basically the same game with kind of minor updates, and then it was made completely free to play with insanely expensive microtransactions. And basically, a lot of this community was lost over those years. You may be wondering, how can this get worse? Well, let me give you the brand new news. The brand new little speaks that little things that I've been hearing through the grapevine. Overwatch is now banning players for saying very bad words. Now you may be wondering, like, what are these very, very bad words? What are these very, very, very bad words? You know, I mean, it's an FPS game, so, you know, FPS games, as we all know, like, they are the birthplace of all the foul language in the world. You know, it can get there quite bad. Like, what is this? What are the bad words that are being said? The bad words that are being said. I'm really afraid to say them here on camera. Twitch might ban me, but I'll do it for you anyways. They're shit and fuck. Yeah, we're getting there. We're absolutely getting there. Overwatch has banned one of its, like, I think competitive players, like college competitive players somewhere in the US, for using the words shit and fuck in a match. I wish I wouldn't be making this up, but it's that happened last week, and with that, I'm like, oh my god. I'm gonna be in big trouble if I play that game, because that is those are things in my vocabulary, which I think, like, you know, a lot of people's vocabulary that we use quite a bit to express ourselves, especially when things aren't going quite right. So yeah, also with Overwatch adding, like, self-healing to its legends that aren't healers and all that sort of stuff, I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, I've had my fun time with Overwatch. I'm not, like, I've uninstalled it. I'm not playing it. But yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Content warning. Lethal companies should be added. Alright, I'm adding that to the list right now. Like, watch me do something that looks like I'm adding it to the list. I'm not actually adding it to the list, but because I don't have a list right here, but I'm adding it to my mental brain. And then, like, next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, we'll play Lethal Company. Because I've heard a lot about that, but I've not played it. Let's see. We love the company. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ninja chat for the win. All right. Let us get started. Let's get started with the game. With the dice game. Let's get started with the game stream. Let's do this. Let's see. COD is also starting to moderate voice chat, so you can also get TAM banned. Honestly, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Like, let me allow me to stay a little bit longer on this topic, because this is something that I just don't really understand. It is so weird to me that basically, like, the character, the nature of an FPS game, like, it's part of the game that you have, like, shit talking in lobbies. That is part of the game. It is so freaking weird to me that these game companies come out here and say, like, you know, like, that's no part of it. Like, oh yeah, we want to ban it. We want to silence it. We're gonna ban you. We're gonna ban you. We're gonna ban you for shit talking. Shit talking is part of the competitive nature. Shit talking is part, like, the way that I see it is, like, if you're playing against people, if you're playing against your friends, if you're playing against whoever, you know, shit talking is it's part of it. You do it with every game. You do it with sports. You do it with like look at soccer fans, something like that. I mean, like, they tend to be degenerates also quite a bit. But imagine watching football, and, like, everyone in there is just, like, sitting quietly and just saying nothing. You know, there's no like soul in that. And I think that that's kind of what they're pushing for when it comes to these, like, PvP games. And I've never really understood, like, what the really big deal is. Because, yeah, you know, like, I've had my fair share of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies that have been pretty saucy, that have been pretty bad. And I've had my fair share of players that would be kind of salty. But what I've also had always has been the mute button and the block button. And they've pretty much always done the trick for me. So I don't really get, like, what the hell is going on, especially when you have Call of Duty being an 18+ game. And I think, I don't know whether Overwatch is an 18+ game, but Call of Duty generally it always used to be 18+, because, I mean, it has violence, it has death, it has shooting. It's like, you don't want to let kids play those games. But once you get 18, once you're an adult, I mean, if you can handle, like shooting people through the head, you know, in the game, you can also handle, you know, people saying shit and fuck. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. But then again, I also feel like they're really trying to, like, separate out, what's it called? Like, they're trying to separate out, like, player interaction, like, online. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if sooner rather than later, you know, like, you would not be able to distinguish whether you're playing against AI or whether you're playing against players in a multiplayer. Because, like, if you look at Fortnite already does this, where, you know, like, if you come back after a long time in Fortnite, they'll team you up with AI, like, they'll throw you in an AI match and basically you'll win. That was, like, one time, I think a couple of years back, almost at, like, 2020 or so. I tried to make a Fortnite video. Please don't unfollow me for trying to play a Fortnite video. But I was like, man, you know, like, I should try and, like, see what the thing is about, because I am in fact a Fortnite founder. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, I haven't really played that game all that much, but yeah, you know, like, it's still been going strong. It's like, well, maybe there's a video out of it, maybe I can try something. I think they added the no build or something, which I thought was kind of cool, because I've never been a fan of that building stuff. So I went in there, and, like, the very first match that I played, I instantly won. I was like, man, that was so easy. That was so freaking easy. Here I've been, like, grinding my ass out in Apex. I've been grinding very hard in Apex. I've been improving my skill. I've been trying to tap strafe and all that sort of stuff, and I've never win. And then all of a sudden I come in Fortnite and I win. And it's like, then I've learned, like, the first matches you play in Fortnite are AI matches. But, you know, it was very easy to tell, because all these players, like, all these characters were just running around, and they were not doing anything, and they were doing, like, kind of ridiculous things. But yeah, no, I really feel like the way that they may be able to, like, help players out is, like, because, like what do people want to do in games? Like, they want to win. It's like, why not in public matches rather than matches with AI, right? Because right now, like, look at Apex, look at the battle royale genre. Yeah, you can talk to your teammates. However, what you also have is a whole lot of commands where you don't even need to speak with them. Like half of the time, actually not half of the time, 90% of the time, there's no one on voice comms. There's no one typing in chat when you're playing battle royales, because you don't need to. People don't want to, you don't need to, and you just ping away. And I think that like we already see in modern like PvP games, you can't even shit talk the enemy. It's like, you get killed by an enemy, like you're not being returned to a lobby right there. You're not being thrown back into the lobby. Like, no, not at all. You're thrown back to the main menu. You'll never see the person who killed you ever again. And like, I think that it loses something. It really, really loses something. I don't know how to explain that very well. But I think that like the part of the thing that you're losing in that game is like, yeah, like I think that they're really afraid of the shit talking, because oh man, people can get hurt. People can feel like like they're being targeted by someone who killed them, or they can be nasty. It's like, I do feel like that's part of the game. Not that like harassment is part of the game, but at the same time, it's like the same way that talking can be really bad. Just having communication with other humans can also be rather good. It makes you feel like the other side is human. I think that one thing that I really, really liked about like Call of Duty games was that you were thrown back into the lobby. Obviously, there was a lot of like meme and shit going on, but at the same time, what you also saw is like, hey, one time you played with someone, or like you played against someone who absolutely destroyed you, and you absolutely hated him for it. But then the next time you play together, and then like you could, like you had him on your team. Nowadays, you don't have that anymore, and I think that what we're seeing right now is that like you have a lot more abstraction from the game, especially now with like the online matchmaking going on, like the ranked matchmaking, that sort of stuff, where they throw you in lobbies, where they want to control like how long you play with the game. It really feels like like a lot more influences are being put on you in the like on you as a player, but you have a lot less control over what you're doing. Back in the day, you would just like join into a match, and then like that match would just be the random match, and you'd be teamed up with a couple of players. If you didn't like the lobby, you joined another lobby. You could always see everyone's ranks who were playing, and like that would be fun. And nowadays it's like you team up with two random teammates, you'd be thrown in the match. There's no like ranking or whatever. It doesn't tell you. You may win like with for an insane amount, and you queue up for the other match, and you get absolutely stomped, because then you're put into like a higher bracket, that sort of stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of depressing sometimes, but yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Silverfox says, I gave up playing Apex after hitting Plat 1 last season. Not like this. Man, did you even try? Did you seriously try playing ranked last season? Dude, oh my god. So, if you guys don't know, last season, ranked was absolutely fucked by Apex. So, I played ranked, like, basically 2 or 3 seasons in Apex. Like the very first time I joined Apex, I played ranked. Just was like, oh man, let me try this out. I hit plat. I was like, okay, well that's alright. And then I discovered, like, the moment you hit plat, then you need to start playing with teams, because if you don't play in the team, like, you're gonna be like winning once every 5 matches. But the 4 matches you lose, like, you're gonna like lose rank. So basically, you're gonna have to play, like, if you win once every 5 matches, or you play well once every 5 matches, basically you're only gonna be creeping up points. You're gonna be spending hours and hours to kind of creep towards diamond. And I believe in diamond, if you don't have a pre-made squad, you're just fucked. So I was very much like, this is not worth it. It's not worth it to like continue on with plat grind, that sort of stuff. So I've never really gone beyond platinum, because like whatever, you may, it's fine, whatever. But then like last season, I tried, like, I came back after a year of not playing Apex. I come into like platinum, or no, I come into ranked. I've been bronze. They're deducting 50 points per try. That shit used to be platinum. That used to be platinum, 50 points. It was like I think gold was 15, and then silver was 10, and then bronze was free. Now all of a sudden you're being deducted 50 points. Like, man, if I get the platinum, like, what the hell do I have to do? Am I getting 500 points deducted? And I'm trying to get some kills, man. Like I get a couple kills. You're barely getting any points for kills. I'm like, man, there's like, I was like, I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. Because I also heard you have to do challenges and shit. So I heard that this season they've changed it up a little bit. I've tried to play a couple times with Emil, and not with Cole this season, but I played a couple of rounds of ranked with Emil, and they have gotten rid of the cost at bronze. But yeah, I mean, I was just like, what are you doing? What is this? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, that minus 50 and bronze hurt. Like, I was like, what is the point here? Like, what are you going to have? In diamond, all of a sudden, you're going to have minus 200 points. By the way, if you guys don't know, like, what I'm talking about, Apex is a battle royale, which I've featured on the channel quite a bit. If you've not played it, basically, you have a regular game mode, which is like a public game mode. It's basically just like, you jump in a match, you play the match, you do whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then you have ranked. And ranked is basically... I think that ranked is one of the reasons why people have been tryharding so hard. Like, basically, back in the day, you could just hop into a match, everyone's kind of, like, fooling around. And I think that beauty of Call of Duty back then, like, battle royales weren't really around, so the only thing I really liken it to is Call of Duty. The beauty back then is, like, you could kind of get a feel for the game, you could kind of get a feel for the guns, and be like, okay, so I kind of get this game, and once you had that, you didn't really have to practice anymore, because you kind of had the feel for it. Everyone kind of did, like, oh, I have the feel for it, and you just played for fun. Now, though, they decided, let's add ranked, because then, you know, we can make it, you know, it helps with the esports. It also helps with people trying to see, like, where they are and trying to improve themselves and gives them an extra reason to play other than, hey, my friends are online. And right now, what you're seeing, like right now, what you see is, like, people will always try to get, like, to the highest ranking. And basically, ranked matches are just regular matches, but you get points for how many, like, people you killed, how well you did, that sort of stuff. And the higher you get, in ranked, the more points it will cost to enter. Like, it will cost more points to enter into a match that, you know, like, if you play bad, like, you're being dropped down. And it's just like, it's kind of fun because sometimes, you know, like, you can just jump in with friends and we'll just be like, oh, you know, we don't like the map that's currently on rotation in public matches. The idea is that people also more skilled to you. Whereas, like, basically in public matches, like what I said before, is like you now have this, like, skill-based matchmaking. So basically, if you jump into a match and you win that, like, you'll be put against even, like, harder players. And then if you lose a couple matches, it will take a couple matches for you to be, like, dropped down. But a lot of times it just ends up being that you just kind of play like, So when it comes to like playing ranked, if you're playing bronze, like, basically you're supposed to only be matched against bronze players, which basically means that if you, like, for bronze, silver, and gold, it's kind of a breeze. You can kind of, like, solo it. It's kind of fun. However, that was also a problem with last season, is that there were so many, like, bag players, so many players that didn't, like, want to bother to go in through this rank system, that you still had, like, really high level players playing like bronze. Because they just couldn't be bothered, and because of that, like, you didn't have the breeze through bronze that you normally had. But yeah, anyway, like, basically, like, this rank system, it's kind of fun to, like, put it as a target sort of thing to go through, but I think it's also one of the main reasons that people really try hard in it, like, in the game stuff, because they're like, oh man, I gotta get this rank, and I think that what you're also seeing through that is that it's become a lot more competitive, these kinds of games. And I think some people would argue that's good, because, you know, like, if you want to get to the highest level esports, like, you know, you're pushing things further. And I do appreciate, you know, people trying to push their limits and trying to get better and trying to find new different ways of playing the game. Like, I love the way that, like, if you look at, like, speedrunners, like, how they're trying to, like, craft, like, different ways in the game, and how they're still years later finding new ways in the game. I freaking love that shit. However, not everyone wants to do it. And that's kind of like the problem that you're running into right now, is that I love that there is a way for people to improve themselves and prove themselves, because, like, basically, I do think that if you're going to be able to, like, get to the top rank in a game, it's a lot easier for you to be spotted by, you know, maybe esports organizations or other people or whatever, you know. It's a path forward. It's a path towards some sort of future. At the same time, what you're seeing right now, it's kind of like liken it to whatever sports, liken it to soccer, which is a very, very popular sports here in Europe. Imagine that, you know, they made a new system in soccer where basically you could go and, like, grind out soccer matches, and the more you won, the higher you climbed. I mean, like, you kind of have that with normal competition, but imagine there's ranked soccer right now, which you can also just do, like, casually. You know, like, you can just jump in, like, you don't have to sign up for any club. You can just play matches, and then you get higher, so whatever, right? That's fine. However, what you're getting now is that if you just want to go out and, like, play some soccer with the boys after work, because, you know, your week's been stressful and busy, and this is, like, the way that you like to play. Now, all of a sudden, like, once you start playing, all of a sudden, like, you're being thrown in with people who have been, like, try-harding this game for super hard, and every single time, like, you're getting completely beaten. And it's like, man, you know, I really liked it when everyone was just kind of chill about it. And, like, that's something which, yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, no YouTube stream. Is there no YouTube stream? A theme. I thought it was a YouTube stream. There's Edward was here in the YouTube stream. Wait, hold on. How is there no YouTube stream? There should be a YouTube stream. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Remember when you only streamed on YouTube? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Also remember when I streamed that entire thing on YouTube? Remember when I streamed that entire thing on YouTube? Well, my YouTube stream was private, but right now, if I look at YouTube right here, I see that we have, hold on. I see that I have, let's see, the stream seems to be live, and it seems to be on public, which would make sense because, you know, Edward was able to speak in chat, so. Unless he has moderator access, or he's the new CEO of YouTube, who can, like, look into everyone's channel, then I think, you know, like, you should be able to see it too, but I don't know. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Have you watched an esports event, Afim asks? I have. I mean, like I've seen clips of it for the what's it called, the Apex cheating video, the Apex hack video. I have seen a couple of like tournaments sort of thing, but I don't know like how you classify esports sort of thing. Because basically, have I ever watched like one of those like events that are like held in stadiums with like entire rows of computers and like everyone like getting excited? That not really. But I have seen a lot of tournaments on Twitch where it's basically what's it called? Where it's just like some of the best players within a game come together to go and play like a tournament that a content creator hosts. So I've seen that. If that counts as an esports tournament, then I've seen an esports tournament, and I hope that this camera just switched. So yeah. Which channel is it? Don't I have moderators? It should be Postma 1. It should be Postma 1. It should be also in the Discord right here. If you go on Discord and you go to new content, you should be able to click on there. Don't I have moderator access? You should also have moderator access because you should be a moderator right there. But then again, it is YouTube. I don't know. YouTube has been really, really weird. So yeah, remember like last time that you gave like 100 gift subs to the channel like last month. I like basically it only gave people it only handed out 97. It skipped them free memberships. I was like, what the fuck's going on? But I think one of the things that was going on is like, if you don't know, right now we're streaming both to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Woohoo! So exciting. But the thing here, the thing is like Twitch, you have subscriptions, which is basically like you give $5 a month and you can watch this channel. I think without ads. I think that's still a thing. And you know, you support the channel, and at the same time, yeah, like you know, you also get the benefits if you're in Discord to watch overtimes and that sort of stuff. YouTube has the same thing. It's like they call it memberships, and like in March I was able to become like a YouTube partner sort of thing, that I'm able to get memberships on my channel now. On YouTube, the membership costs are way lower, so if you want to subscribe but you don't want to spend $5, because I think $5 is like quite a lot. $1 on YouTube or $1 on Patreon. It's like all the same thing. But on YouTube right here, like they have memberships. However, like, and it's kind of the same thing, but it's also not really, because they have this really weird thing where basically on Twitch there's like this long-standing tradition where you're able to give out like gift subscriptions. So you can basically like give a whole bunch of people subscriptions, like, or one person a subscription. On YouTube you have the same thing, but on YouTube they have by default that you're not able to get subscriptions from someone, which is just so weird. It's like you need to go into a gift setting and then opt in for getting gifts. So I'm like, who would not want to get gifts? It's so weird. It is so weird. Let's see. I was on the wrong channel. Now I am become mods, the destroyer of spam. Rory, Mao, Nya. Let's see. The man of many chairs. Oh boy. Actually, am I the man of, like, I'm not the man of many chairs, am I? I don't have a chair here. Actually, speaking of what I don't have a start yet to this stream. Is this gonna turn out to be a just chatting stream? Holy shit, I mean, like, I've been standing around here for quite a bit. I mean, it's already just turned into a just chatting stream, but then, you know, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. So let's actually get started with this right here. Let's see, I think it's for the companies or something, the gift choices. Yeah, I mean, perhaps, but it's kind of weird because I didn't know about that. I didn't know about it at all. So yeah, I have a video finished which will come out on Friday, where, you know, like I'm gonna let people know that they have to do it because it's so weird. It's so strange. It is so strange. But yeah, let's get started with a game show. Let's get started with a game show. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm letting this run out for way too long. I hope that the challenge isn't too hard for today. So let's see what kind of stream. Oh no, 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 no! This is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen. Go back here. I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh my god, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. As well as streamers who belong to companies, especially VTubers. And now that I'm a mod, I will be extra polite. Oh, now that I have a mod, I will be extra polite. Don't worry about it at work. As long as you don't say anything bannable, I don't think a theme will ban you. I think the only one that a theme will try and ban is Rahab, but Rahab also has mod status, so I don't know how that works. But yeah, let's get started with this thing right here. Let's get started with the game show. So I've already explained the game show right here, but if you just joined us and you're like, oh my god, what's going on? Basically, the game show right here, we're going to choose a game. And the way that we do this is I have selected the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. This right here is the game show. I got to throw the dice against the target, drops down, and then you guys know the drill. I've said this a million times. Let's get started. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do we have everything right here? Yes, we do. All right, let's go. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm not hearing this microphone. Is this microphone working? I think this microphone is working. Okay. I'm just gonna hope this microphone works. Alright, let's go. The target's a little bit different right now. It used to be on a different location, but let's see. Is that gonna be... Oh, it's Warframe again! No way! No way! Alright, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna call this double or nothing. I'm gonna double or nothing this. Honestly, I don't think like doing Warframe again. Because we did that last week. I want to do a different game. So, double or nothing. Double or nothing is a new part of the game that I've just introduced right now. If I throw the same number again, which this time I'm gonna give myself 1 and 4 because both things like are the same, then I can choose what game we play. If I don't throw a 1 or a 4, then you guys get to choose. So, fuck. I felt like, what are the chances of throwing the same number? Like, seriously. All right, let's go. Oh, that misses. All right, let's go. Oh, shoot. This entire thing is going wrong here. Come on. A 4. You've already done it, like, twice now. All right, y'all get to choose. Dang it. Oh boy. There we go. Oh man. I thought, man, I have this under control, because what are the chances it's going to be Warframe again? But hey, it is number 5 this time, so y'all get to choose. And if you guys want me to play Warframe, then I guess I have no other choice but to play that game. Or if you guys want me to play like one of the other games, let me know. Let's see. Wait, I thought 4 was Lethal Company now. I have not played that yet. Like, I have not added that yet. Because we haven't played that yet. I don't even have it yet. I need to go get that. But yeah, it will be something that, hold on. Let me go change the song right here for a second. And also, I need to get rid of this. There, and there, and there, and there. Oh boy. Cry of Fear is free. Cry of Fear, I think I have that already. But yeah. Oh man, hold on. Let me go sit down. This is all not going according to plan. Oh boy. Let me go adjust this thing right here for a second. Is this darker now? Why is this? Oh, it's because the green screen isn't up yet. I was like, what's wrong with this? What's going on? Hold on, let me go change to this cam right here. There we go. Then I can just like kind of sit down and like read the chat a little bit. Are you the only person on Discord who lacks it? Let me go take a look. Because I think I do have it. Also, I also feel kind of fine to like make this a just chatting stream. Y'all don't mind. Oh boy. Let's go here. All right, chap. All right, let's go take a look right here. Also, that dice landed rather nicely. Honestly, like they did. Seriously, I did not expect to like throw a Warframe again. I was like, man, like there's a 1 in 3 chance. There's a 1/3 chance, a 33% that we throw like Warframe again, and like I thought, like, what is the chance it's gonna be a 4 again? But also, like, what I'm also looking at is, like, I've been streaming now for 45 minutes and we haven't even started yet. And a lot of these challenges are kind of like 2-hour-long things. So I really need to adjust, like, how am I going to go and do this stuff when it comes to, like, how am I going to time this? How am I going to time this? Because, like, I love talking to you guys. Like, that's the stream. But now, like, I also need to, like, make time for the challenge. So, like, I really need to figure out, like, how to freaking do it. But yeah, let me go take a look. I think I have, yeah, I do have it. Hold on. There we go. Cry of Fear. I have it right here. I think that we've installed this. Like I've installed this before. I think I've played this before. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, I meant, are you the only one who likes Lethal Company? Lucy speaking. Yeah, I think I don't have it yet. But it is gonna go on the list of things to play. Yeah, I don't have it yet. Right there, you see all the games I've played. Which, on the one hand, I like this list right here. At the same time, it's like, it's so weird that you have, like, this your list, and that's, like, the entire thing that you can see. But yeah, even Edward has it. Oh, has the time finally come? Yeah, it has, I guess. So, actually, like, I'm gonna hijack this. I'm gonna take over right here, because, you know, like, I still need to install this game, and, like, I'm kind of running out of, like, time. So I'm gonna hijack this a little bit to become a just challenge stream. Do we want to, like, I'm gonna go continue to sit down right now. Actually, you know what? Let me go sit down in the behind the scenes angle, because like I feel it's becoming one of those streams. I feel like it's becoming one of those streams. Oh, who's putting all the hearts in chat? What is this? Who's putting up all the emotes, the heart emotes? What did they do? I don't know. What did they do? I'm just seeing them show up here on my YouTube stream. Can I see them if I go here? Hold on. I'm gonna go and see if I can try and find them. I'm gonna stick with the computer right now, but I do also want to go get into the scene right here. So let me move that away. YouTube.com. Let me see if I can like show this on stream. It is so it is weird. It is crazy. Postma 1. Right, so I don't know if this shows up here. Yeah, it does show up here. All right, here we go. So this right here, like there, you see all these emotes going? Who's doing that? Who's doing these emotes? Also, what's up, me? Time to create like an infinite loop. Yeah, no, I have to sign in here in order to do that. But like, this is like, I've seen this on like these weird streams before. Like I don't really know what the point of it is, but hey, you know, like that's something, that's a thing. Thank you, whoever is doing that. It does something. I love the festivities and I love the hearts and the festivities and the hearts. Is this like is someone clicking this right now? If there's someone clicking this right now, go click the 100. There's festivities. There's no 100. There's no 100. There's no 100. There we go. We got the hundreds. Okay, so someone is doing this. Okay, can we now get what else do we have? Like the big eyes one. The big eyes emote. Like I don't know which one that is. Also, if you guys wondering, this is not me doing it. Okay, this is such an interesting feature. I don't see them on YouTube. Well, I do see them on YouTube, but not on the YouTube. Yeah, there we go. We saw some. Yes, there we go. We saw some of them. Man, this is strangely captivating. This is strange. This feels like, you know, you know, like how some videos or some streams right now have the Subway servers on the site just to like keep people entertained, because we're very easily like entertained if we just see like flashy colors. Like right now, like the emotes right here is like, man, I can stare at this for hours. Is that why this is a thing? Is that why this is a thing? Because like it's monkey brain. I just look at emotes that show up and it does. It's so weird. It is so weird. Like I've seen this on like those TikTok streams before, like where people just like say all the weird stuff. I really do want to do a deep dive into this one day. But yeah, like that is That's strangely interesting. Like, YouTube has some interesting features that I'm really, really surprised by. But hey, you know, anyway, let me go and hop right back into. I need to remember my things a little bit better. But yeah, let's see. I guess we could issue if Cry of Fear becomes a bit much. I guess that is something that they could do. Is it still installing? I think it is still installing. I do remember playing this sometime. Hold on. So yeah, this is like, actually, hold on. This game is about 8 hours. Do y'all want me to play an 8-hour game? Edward says, I know nothing about the Cry of Fear game, not gonna lie. The only thing that I know is that we played it a little bit on on one stream before. But it is about 8 hours, so that's not something that I feel like we can do in this one stream. That is something that we can throw on the gameplay thing, like the playthrough thing. But on this one stream, I'm not even gonna be able to finish it. So yeah, let me go back here. Let me go stand up again because I like standing up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, here we are with this stream. So yeah, let's turn this into a just chatting stream because fuck it. I don't have a thumbnail for this. Man, I'm screwing everything up. But then again, like, you know, like this is what happens if I don't stream. Also, look at how. Hold on, you can't see that. You can't see that. Look at how weak the target is. It's just like barely hanging on there. I don't know if I should touch it, but anyway, just to give you like a little bit of insight. Just to talk with you a little bit, because man, it feels like so long that we've talked. It feels like so long that I've actually had time to talk. And on the one hand, the point of these streams is for me to kind of like have something to do, so I don't end up endlessly talking, which I don't know. I don't know if that's very interesting to watch. Like if you're just joining halfway through, that I'm just blabbing about and talking about a whole bunch of things and you didn't catch the start of it. Or and I don't know how interesting it is to watch like afterwards, like if it's like some sort of one-man podcast where it's just like, oh, there's no point to this because he just keeps blabbering on. So with kind of like that in mind, I did kind of like start up this idea of like, oh, let's go and do challenges. So so that's kind of what I had in mind. It's like, oh hey, you know, like it will give direction to the stream. It's not like I'm going in blind and then I have to make up like the shit as I go. But since I've streamed like that for about 4, 5, 6 years or something like that, since I've streamed like that for so long, I turn on the stream, I see y'all show up in chat, I'm like, man, we gotta go talk, we gotta go talk. And then like I'm looking here, I'm 40 minutes in, I'm like, fuck, now we have to do a 2-hour challenge and I only have 2 hours. Like my time schedule is really, really short. So I really need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Let's see. It does Node have certain themes regarding depression? I mean, like, I'm pretty interested in playing it because, like, this is like the second time in a long time that you brought it up. Like, I'm really interested in seeing like what it's like. But since it's an 8-hour game, man, I need to have something to draw on. Tribal, how's it going, dude? Good to see you, man. But yeah, basically, like, to give you a little bit of insight, I wish I had something to draw on. I need to have a big whiteboard, right? How cool would that be if we have like a big whiteboard I can just like go draw shit on there? We can have lectures. I can teach you kanji. Y'all interested in learning Japanese? Interested in learning Japanese? That's because man, I am. Hold on. I'll show you. Since this has already turned into quite a mess of a stream, I'm gonna go hijack this entirely. This is my stream now. Fuck the game. Fuck it. Get rid of it. So yeah, here we go. What kind of kanji do you want to learn? This right here is my vocab learning, and this right here is my sentence learning. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, I'm working quite a bit. I'm already very, very proficient in Japanese. I can already say the messages of hajimemashite, Misho desu. Hold on. I need a prop for this. Like my Japanese is so good. I need a prop for this. Right, there we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is my prop. It's a little panda. Here we go. Kore wa pen desu. Y'all know what that means? It says this is a pen. So yeah, that's yoroshiku onegaishimasu. That's how far it goes. So that is my skills. That's my skill. I can do anything. Like I can conquer Japan right now, but by just those 4 sentences. It's like hajimemashite is like nice to meet you, and then Misha desu, it's like I'm Misha, and then I say kore wa pen desu, and this is a pen, and I say yoroshiku onegaishimasu, which is like please take care of me, and with that I can conquer Japan. Like that's all I need. Why did I expect a pen to disappear like magic? The reason that I bring up the pen is because Japan actually had, during the Corona time, maybe I can go find this. We're turning this into like a little adventure thing. All right, we're just fuck it. I'm just doing shit. Man, I will not be able to make a video of this, but fuck it. I think this is exciting. I think this is fun. So, right, here we go. Let's see this. Let me see if I can find this, because this is freaking funny. YouTube.com. Let's go. So yeah, boku wa Kanada desu. Oh man, Edward, you're also pretty good. Let's see. Edward says, watashi no. Oh god, hold on. Watashi no hon. Hoba. Watashi wa hobagu. Hold on. Show and tell. I need to try and figure out if I can say this out loud. Canada Jin, Afim asks, Iragio. It's a Monty Python reference. Okay. Also, like your names are so similar in the chat right here. I don't know if y'all. Yeah. I mean, like you can see that right here. Y'all names are so similar. Let's see. Katakana is worse than kanji since no one likes learning it. The thing with katakana, which is rough for me, is that like you don't encounter it that much. At the same time, like I don't have the largest difficulty with it, but I mean like this right now is also kind of my reading speed. So I do have like a little reference thing right here that I've made. So that's right there is like my katakana. But the problem, like basically, if you guys don't know Japanese, Japanese is a language, and a lot of people like the language because there's a lot of anime and interesting games and interesting media that comes from Japan, and so oftentimes it's Japanese, and that's what gets people like me interested. Because a lot of very influential stuff in my life has been in Japanese, and like when that happens, sometimes you get interested in learning about the language, and the way that you learn about the language is like Japanese isn't like normal European languages because you need to learn a new writing system, and you have different types of writing systems. Like you have like hiragana, which is like the top thing here. You have katakana, and these are basically both like alphabets, where basically like these are all the letters that like make all the pronunciation sort of thing, like all the different sounds, like the way that we've A, B, C. They have they have their letters. Now these two like alphabets, basically these two scripts are both the same. However, like basically like they say the same sounds, but their like symbols are different. And this is for like Japanese words, and this is for more Americanized words. It's like outside words, but like the outside words, like the foreign words, aren't necessarily really foreign words necessarily, because like you have very interesting words in Japanese. I think that the Japanese for like let's say the Japanese word for breakfast, which I think is biking. Let's see. Biking was that basically, as far as I remember, that word is written in katakana and it means breakfast, and it comes from that like I think the origin from that comes from that like there was one time like basically there was a big Swedish breakfast sort of thing that was really hard to pronounce for them, but then they were like, okay, so what comes from Scandinavia? It's like Vikings, and then that's where, if I remember correctly, that word comes from. Let me go and see if I can find that in the translate. Maybe a thing can back me up or completely break me down this, because then again, like I don't know all that much. I'm just learning here. But yeah, basically it is quite hard to learn, especially because you know like the hiragana you use quite a bit, but the katakana you don't use all that much. So yeah, did you make this? Yeah, I made all of that. Like I read that. That's how I learned. Afim says we're actually the same people. At work says, is one of us an evil twin? Afim says we'll definitely need you to play some games in Japanese then. Something simple. They tend to contain quite a bit of katakana. I mean, I play my Apex in my own time right now in Japanese, but I do change it for streams because I do feel like it works better for people who are listening more. Like I know a lot of people who have like streams or things on the second tab, and they put it on the second tab and then they like kind of listen. So I know that for people who aren't learning Japanese, because not everyone has learned Japanese, it helps them to like get the things of like, hey, you know, how's it going? Where's he going here? Tribal asks, did you finish Half-Life 2? Not yet. I want to make continuation of that this week. So Wednesday we're going to be continuing on with Half-Life 2. We're still at the bridge. I still haven't crossed the bridge yet. Let's see. What was that? Where was the biking one? I may have also just been talking out my ass. But I think that there was like a specific word for like a specific breakfast in Japanese, which was like Vikings, but like they changed it around. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I may also be talking about like I don't know all that much. But yeah, the thing that I wanted to show you guys is well, appendix. Right. So this right here is the absolute fucking shit. This right here is the absolute fucking shit. It is crazy. I need to share this with you. So, let's see. I think that this is the right one. So we're gonna go lower the sound right here. So this right here was during the Corona period, during the time of COVID. It was very important that people, were careful for each other. And you know, like they were careful with the virus, and different countries responded in different ways. And one of the things that the Japanese noticed is that, oh man, hold on, you know, Japan is getting a lot less cases and a lot lower spread than a lot of, you know, foreign countries, a lot of English-speaking countries. And they were wondering, like, why would that be? Would that be maybe because, you know, it's already very much in Japanese culture that, you know, you care a lot about the people around you. You don't put your own needs very much above others. And it's very common for you to, like, mask up whenever you get a cold, whenever you get sick. Or could it be that, you know, the way that we say the word pen is different? And that's kind of what they came up with. So this right here is like the thing that they came up with. It is kind of crazy. So this right here was actually on Japanese television. It's honestly, it's so wild. Like when I came this across, like it's so funny. So basically this right here is on Japanese television, where they're talking about you know, a Japanese woman with 9 years of experience in the United States will say the phrase "this is a pen" in Japanese and English. So let me see if I can if I have sound to this. I don't have sound to this. Oh, that's why. All right, I should have sound to this right now. All right. Wait, now I'm not hearing it anymore. Yeah, no, I'm hearing it in my headphones. All right, here we go. So this right here is the difference, okay? So that's Japanese. So keep in mind, like, how many germs are spreading for that, you know, like, that's what the cloth is for, to show you how many germs are spreading. And this is how the English say it.
This is a pen.
You see that? You see that? We filthy English speakers are really spreading the virus because we're saying pen. We're saying pen wrong.
This is a pen.
Honestly, like, this shit is so fucking fired, you know, like, sometimes sometimes you look at television, you're like, man, oh boy, like at least it's not YouTube, and then you look at this stuff and it's like, oh boy, sometimes the difference is not that big after all. But yeah, that is actually real. Oh man, they said pen, not pen. Yeah, that's the difference. That's why Japanese is a God-given language, because you can say pen in a very good way without spreading the virus. Let's put it that way. But yeah, no. What were we on? I don't know what we were on, but like all of a sudden I started showing Japanese, and then now all of a sudden we completely derailed. We're even #1 at spreading germs, America. Oh man, I never thought of learning aspirational differences this way. Yeah, no, this is kind of crazy, man. This is kind of crazy. I believe the Dutch also like aspiration in their P and K and T. Let's see. Pen. I mean, like we say pen the same way. Like we also say pen. Pen. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to find words in which that may be the case. Anyway, let me just get off this language train of thought. Let's see. You should look into Klingon. What the hell is Klingon? I'm just gonna go look this up for a second. The Klingons. Let's see. The only thing I'm getting right here is this right here. Or I should open up that. Is this right here? Klingons. The Klingons, the Klingon language. I was like, Klingon is like a fictional species in Star Trek. The Klingon language. Oh, I like the characters there. Is the oh no, it is from Star Trek. Oh boy. It is normal to spit on people. The Klingon language is a constructed language spoken by the fictional alien race in Klingons in the Star Trek universe. Described in the book The Klingon Dictionary by Mark and deliberately designed to sound alien. It has a number of uncommon features. The language basic sound, along with a few words, was devised by actor James Doohan and producer John Povell for Star Trek The Motion Picture. The film marked the first time the language had been heard. In all previous appearances, Klingons spoke English, even to each other. Klingon was subsequently developed by Okan into a full-fledged language. I really like that when, they actually go out of their way to make a full-on language. I have a topic of discussion. But first, I just want to go and talk a little bit about what's going on if you're just joining us. And if you're watching on the title right here and be like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Like, where's the game stream? What's going on? Let me give you a little bit of a rundown. Right now, this has turned into more of an impromptu just chatting stream. I'm so sorry if you were like, man, I really want to see games. I just really want to chat, okay? Right now, I get to decide that we're gonna chat, and also because there was we couldn't really reach an agreement, and we kind of started chatting, and now we're here. Let me give you a little bit of an update as to like what's going on, and like why am I trying to do like this game stream thing and I'm completely failing at it right now. Basically, over the last month, like we had a really good month in March, which I'm really glad with. I've already said a couple times, but honestly, I'm so grateful. It's insane. Around halfway through last year, I decided to focus a little bit more on content creation. Because this is something I really enjoy doing, and this is something which I would love to make a further career. Also, let me go change this song here a little bit. So I decided to mix things up and try and do things a little bit better. Now, basically, when I started streaming years back, I was basically just doing a whole bunch of Warframe stuff. I was making some videos, but I didn't really have a great format. I always switch around between different things, and then I just started streaming on the side because people were streaming. My friends were streaming. Twitch was hot, and it was fun to stream. And a lot of streams were just basically this. I just sat down. I had no idea what was gonna happen. I just talked into the camera because I thought it was fun, and we talked with everyone in chat, and it was a lot of fun. And we played the missions in Warframe because that's all that we played. Then around 2018, 2019, I was like, I kind of want to play some other things, and I was really grateful that unlike other people who can't seem to find people in their community who like other things than Warframe, everyone here is a normal human being who likes many different things. And actually, I would say normal human being, but then again, we all know that we ain't all normal. I'm not normal, in fact. But yeah, no.
I think we had a lot of fun, like going through games like Among Us, like Fallout, like all this sort of stuff that we went through. Temtem, we went for a lot of different phases, but a lot of it was still revolving around the same idea of me just sitting down playing whatever came to mind, whatever you guys brought up, and you know, we had a lot of fun with that. However, at the same time, also I was like doing that for 3 years, I discovered it's like really hard to like attract new people to this thing, because you know it's fun for us to like play around, but there's also like I've also felt like, yeah, you know, like what kind of content am I offering, like what kind of thing, you know, like why should someone watch it if it's not me? Like, you know, if they don't know me, like what's the point of it? And then I realized, like, yeah, there's not a lot of point of it. It's like, you know, like I hopefully give you an entertaining stream. I hopefully give you like someone fun to listen to, like on a second tab, or maybe I'm your primary entertainment for 2 hours. Kind of interesting to imagine that I'm competing with like full feature length movies, but hey, you know, at the same time there's people who are streaming for 12 hours, which no thank you. I've tried that a couple times, but not for me. However, basically, I wanted to give a little bit more reason to the streams. I wanted to like make sure that, you know, like I'm actually delivering you something where it's like not just, you know, me that's having fun, but also wanted to make sure that, you know, like there's a little bit of story arc for there. You know, we can try different things. And the thing that I tried was also like kind of giving things a little bit of a start, like being like, okay, so like this is what I'm gonna try and do, this is what we're gonna do. I think the very first example of that is like building the penis in Warframe. Basically, we went into this game called Warframe, and I tried exploring the new update there by building a penis in our brand new apartment building, which was a lot of fun, and I was able to record that in a video, make it into a video, and also have a fun stream. So that's something I've been trying, like see if I can incorporate that for the streams for basically since like August, like no, September, October from last year. Just trying to see like how I can make that fit in. And I tried like last month in March, like to do many different games. We did Age of Empires, we did Apex, we did Warframe, and honestly, like all these like streams and videos were very well received. So I was kind of like, well, okay, I can try and build this out. So like I've tried to build this out right now in a game stream where basically 2 times a week I want to try and do one of these streams where, you know, like we'll pick a random challenge, which today we didn't do. But I also feel that's because I really haven't streamed all that much, because, you know, I've been working on this. But yeah, like I pick one of those, we'll do the challenge, but then at the same time, like it offers me the chance to like during the stream just like chat with you guys as I normally would, but also, you know, give it a little bit of direction and then like make a video out of it, that sort of stuff. So that's kind of like been my thinking. So hopefully like make the streams a little bit better. I'll make more videos and, you know, give a little bit of reason for people, like give people in to watch this stream and have fun with it, even if they don't know who I am, because, you know, I've done 3 years of just fucking about a little bit, and I don't think it's very professional. I don't know if I should be professional, but it doesn't feel very professional. At the same time, you know, like I've felt like trying something else. However, right now, like I've noticed that, you know, in the meantime, I was like, well, you know, I should really focus on doing this and making this good, because once I can do that, like then I can do this. I didn't really want to do the whatever streams, but now I'm sitting, I'm like, man, I really missed the whatever streams, because right now this turned into a whatever stream, and I really miss that. I really miss talking to you guys about whatever. So that's basically right now. Yeah, right now this kind of turned into a whatever stream where I don't know what we're going to be doing in the next half an hour, but I hope it's going to be interesting. I hope it's going to be fun. There's a lot to talk about. And there was something that I had come up into my mind to talk about, but I completely forgot. So I'm just going to go look into the chat in a moment. Let me catch up with chat right here. Edward says, I met the guy who created the language. He signed my dictionary. Whoa, that's so cool. Not the, was it a Klingon dictionary? Yep. Whoa, that's so cool. There is something wrong with me, psychologically. Oh, man. Film says, sugoi. Mijn luchtkussensboot zit vol paling. What the hell? What? What did you just say? Please keep up the chat to Klingon. Man, what is this? What do you mean? Like your air mattress boat is full of eel. I've never seen an air mattress boat. I've also not seen one full of eel. So yeah, I'm kind of a bit worried. I hope it's okay. But yeah, basically, it's a Monty Python reference. Oh shoot! It's been years since I've actually seen Monty Python. It's been like, I watched so much of that when I was like 12, 13. Over the last little while, I have been watching a whole bunch of anime though. My hovercraft is full of eels. Oh, I see. Actually, like the Dutch word for hovercraft is also hovercraft. We also call it like a hovercraft. Dutch shares a lot of words with English. But yeah, so basically, like that's why I'm trying to do like the game stream stuff and why there haven't been that many streams. There should be more, but basically right now we've completely shot past the purpose of it, and yeah, you don't have mattresses full of eels. You should be worried.
Oh, I'm worried indeed. I'm worried indeed. Let me see if I can.
There we go. I feel like standing up again. Because I like the movement.
So yeah, right now we're just shooting the shit. Today's stream is just going to be a shooting the shit stream. Whoa. Let me go lower the green screen again. So yeah, how you guys been? What y'all been up to? Other than learning languages and watching Monty Python. One thing that I've been watching over the last little while has been like a lot of anime. Like seriously. There was a time when I didn't watch that much anime. Over the last 3 years, I didn't really watch all that much anime. I kept up with Detective Conan, Maid Hunter Conan, and One Piece. But after besides that, I kind of fell out the seasonal anime stuff. Watched something occasionally, but not all that much. And then a couple of months back, I had some stuff happen where I was like, I kind of need to take my mind off things. And I was like, let me go finish Bleach. Let me go finish Naruto, because I've never really finished those. And then I was like, oh, let me go watch some of the seasonal anime, because there were some really good seasonal anime. I think we talked about Evidence in the Shadow, which is really, really good. I would really recommend that. It's got 2 seasons. It's pretty much like a One Punch Man take on Isekai. So that was fun to watch. That was kind of like a guilty pleasure anime. And there were a couple more. There were a couple more that were kind of enjoyable. But then all of a sudden it was like, oh man, like all the good anime have kind of ended. Now I need to find something. And actually, I did watch Free Run, which is a very, very well acclaimed anime. I liked it. It was kind of fun. But now I've gotten to the bottom of the barrel, and I've like a new season in anime has begun. So there's new series everywhere. I was kind of looking around, and I was trying to tune into a couple. And I would tune into a couple of trash isekai. If you guys don't know the isekai genre is basically this is how it goes. Main character is a complete nobody, loser, middle of the road person in life. They haven't achieved anything, and they're completely stuck in whatever. Truck comes around. Truck hits them. They die. They get reborn into a new world full of magic. It's a magic world where basically it's between the Middle Ages and now. It's basically the fantasy setting where basically there's no cars, there's no electricity, but at the same time they do have street lights which are run on gas or whatever, or magic power. Everyone is wearing swords and shields and that sort of stuff. And there are cities, and there's kings, and there's princesses, and there's magicians and witches and whatever. And you go to you have to go do quests, and it's kind of like it's an RPG. It's an RPG. And the main character drops down, and he's super powerful, and he's insanely strong, and he has some sort of quirk that makes him the best person ever. And he runs into whatever girl he likes, and he gets all his companions are going to be girls that instantly fall in love with him and want to do all sorts of things with him, and his entire complexion will be like, hey, no, ooh, yeah, he'll say that all the time because he doesn't really want to get on with the girls, but at the same time he does. Yeah, that's Isekai. It's a pretty trash genre. The thing that I found when I've been watching Trinity, how's it going? The thing that I've been finding when I'm watching these trash isekai right now is man, what is going on? It is so weird because I've also gone back to some of the good isekai or the things that I thought were good back in the day. No Game No Life, I really, really enjoyed it. I know Drew Sinaganon really loves No Game No Life as well. And I think it's a pretty good isekai. Basically, the premise there is you have a brother and sister who are the top gamers in the world, and all of a sudden they get teleported to this brand new world where everything is decided by games, and then they're humanity, and humanity is the lowest race in the world, and they have to try and win the world by playing games. It's kind of fun. But then you kind of realize holy shit, man. I went back there and I kind of rewatched No Game No Life because man, I remember really enjoying this. I watched it. I was like, bro, these anime, the entire isekai genre, generally is so bad with setting up worlds. It's so weird. It is so strange. I don't know how I never noticed this when I was younger. But basically, after having watched like a whole lot of One Piece, and having watched like Frieren, which is also pretty good in world building, getting into anime right now, and just seeing that they're not building any of the world that like this character spawns in, it's so strange. So what do I mean with world building? It's like world building. I think a very key feature of world building is that the world is alive, and what makes a world alive? The world is alive when the world functions on its own, and that's not what you're seeing in Isekai. Like in most trashy stories, what you'll kind of find is that things happen because the main protagonist is there. So I was watching one, like I was doing a free episode on a new series right here. It's about like some sort of guy who gets teleported from a magical world to another magical world, and his he gets teleported there. He gets summoned as a hero, but his stats are worthless because it's a game. It's literally a fucking game. His stats are worthless, and then he reached level 2, and then becomes like all powerful. But yeah, basically like he gets teleported to this world, and it's like, oh, let me go to the guild hall. Oh, there is someone literally asking for help, and no one is helping this character because we need something for this main character to do. This main character goes up to help that character, and there's like 4 other girls who show up. It's like, oh no, we can't have you help this character because we're suspicious because that character's a little girl and you're a man and we don't trust that. It's like, all right, well then you go along with me. It's like, okay, that's fine. It's like, but y'all were already ready to like help this girl out, why didn't you do that? It's like, that doesn't make sense. But then they teleport to the place where the girl wanted to go. It's like, oh wait, now we have to kill her because she's the demon. It's like, man, like y'all could tell when we were there, but you couldn't tell like just 2 scenes ago. It's like all that sort of stuff. It's like things change because the scene needs it, and not necessarily because it's very logical in the world. Like one thing that you see in One Piece, which I think is a really, really good anime, but it's also really, really long. But it's really, really good, is that so much is happening in the world where basically they just completed a couple months ago one of the biggest like arcs in One Piece, where basically like a whole story was completed. It happens on this island where they have to fight Kaido, like one of the big pirates in the area in the world. They take him down, and like they're on this island, so they don't know what's going on. And they come back, and the newspaper will say you have all these like things that happen in the world. Because the world is not sitting still, because like when the main character isn't there, the world is moving on, and it's so cool. It is so cool to see how this world is like, it feels real, and just building that out, and also being like, a lot of times these anime don't even like set out like, oh, this is where this is. I think one thing that One Piece is really great, and who else is really great? There's a couple of anime that do it really great. Like they always like let you know where everything is in relation to each other. I think that a perfect example of good world building is if you are watching a series or reading a story, and you can just imagine where everything is just through reading it. Like you can have a map of the world. A lot of stories don't do this. It's like, oh yeah, now we're in the city, and now in the city there's a guild hall. But how do you get from the front gate to the guild hall? How does that work? You don't know. And that's something which I feel like when it came to, for instance, like if you go to Naruto, I think Naruto is like a great middle ground sort of thing. The great thing about Naruto is that in the city itself, like the Hidden Leaf Village, like you have, like I can kind of picture like where everything is, like the Uchiha district, the like Hokage building, like the faces in the wall, the school, all that sort of stuff. But then I can't really imagine where the Hidden Leaf Village is with regard to the rest of the world, because they do a lot of world building in the city itself, but they don't do a lot of world building in the rest of the world, which I think is kind of sad. Like I wish like Naruto would have done that more. But yeah. Anyway, Tribal, holy shit, coming in with Twitch Prime, 47 months. Holy shit. Let me go swap this right here. Let me change the song right here. There we go. But yeah, Trinity, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. Jabba says, let's see, I wish I could add to the conversation, but I don't watch anime usually. What do you watch? Like honestly, I haven't watched that much anime. Like I didn't watch that much anime in the last like 4 or 5 years. So that's when like whenever Xena was like, oh, do you want to come on my anime like show? I was like, sure, but I don't know that much. And then they'd be talking about series. I'd be like, Dragon Ball, One Piece. But yeah, now I've spent a little bit more time, and also because like I'm trying to learn some Japanese. It's kind of like useful if I like get acquainted with the language. So that's why. So yeah, Edward says I've been watching Hunter x Hunter lately. Recently, it's free online. Hunter x Hunter, I think Hunter x Hunter is a really interesting series because I remember watching that when I was like rather new to anime. So like I watched One Piece. Like basically, to give you a little bit of insight, if you're not watching anime, and Trevor, if you have any questions, let me know. To give you a little bit of insight in anime is basically just like animation series, animation content from Japan. And generally, like people who tend to be familiar with Pokemon or Dragon Ball, like those are very like popular anime in the West. But the thing is, like, anime is not necessarily aimed like cartoons at children or that sort of stuff. Like it doesn't really have like one specific thing where it's like, oh yeah, this is what anime is. Anime is more like a content style, but there's different genres within anime. So just like like how Netflix movies or Netflix series can be focused, like you can have different types of series. So that's also kind of like the way that anime works. And with anime, like one of the most famous ones or well-known ones are the shonen anime, which is like kind of the battle anime, where basically you have a main character that has some sort of like special thing that makes them really, really powerful. And then because they're so powerful, they'll go out in the world. They have one goal, which is a big goal to become the strongest or whatever, like their version is of being the strongest. And they'll fight a whole bunch of like opponents. And then once at the end of the series, they'll win it and they'll be like, yeah, I'm the strongest. And that's it. We've seen that with Pokemon, Ash trying to become like the champion. We see that with Dragon Ball, Goku trying to become the strongest. You see that with Naruto trying to become the Hokage. You see that with Luffy trying to become like the Pirate King. So that's the idea of shonen anime. And then you also have Isekai anime, which is basically what I described earlier, where it's basically like main character dies and then gets reborn in another world, and then in that new world, like they become very powerful. And also something that I realized with Isekai. This is something that I only like just realized with Isekai. Isekai is basically just kind of bat writing the genre. Because let me just explain. Let me just say why I say it's bat writing the genre. What is good writing? What's a good story? It's like you have like a character who has a goal, but there's a problem in the way, and they encounter that problem, and then they have to overcome that problem. That is what a good story is. It's like if you can find a way to engage with that conflict, learn something about it, then move on. That is storytelling. But Isekai is literally, and this is why on the one hand, like I think it hits so well for younger people, but also like if you're just looking for something to completely turn your mind off. Isekai is literally like, main character drops down. It's like, here's a problem. They're just like, huh? And they just completely bulldoze over the problem, and they beat it. It's like literally every single thing that's thrown their way is like, huh? And they beat it. It's like, huh? And they beat it. It's like, it's basically if you've ever seen, like in any kind of media, you have these moments where like you have like fights are the best way to describe this, but you have it in a lot of ways. Where basically like you have the main character and like they're like the idea with the main character is that the main character always wins, but the way that the main character wins is either by training really hard or by finally getting the upper hand. And what you like one of the most satisfying things of that is that moment where like they've had a lot of setbacks and that they're supposed to win, but they just can't, and then they finally find something and then they completely destroy their opponent. It's basically like the moment that like Thor like kills Thanos. Like that moment is like boom, man. It feels good. It feels good because then like, you have the very the powerful main character completely destroying their opponents. Like yeah, But the only reason why that feels good is because like you've had that entire like struggle before that. Like the character has learned something. Isekai is literally trying to have that moment every single frame, every single scene. You're gonna have like, oh, I just came into this world and there's this entire like big force of enemies. Do you want to clear it? Yeah, let me just go clear it. Okay, all the enemies are gone. Oh, this person has an incurable disease. Let me go cure it. Oh, I've cured the incurable disease. Oh, I need to find a place to stay. Oh, do you want to have this house? Yes, I'll have this house. Oh, I feel kind of lonely. Oh, there's 5 girls that want to like get married to me or like want to be my like want to see me as a master. Okay, that's great. Next up, I want to be a king. Let me go and like control. It's like, oh man, you know. The moment you see through it, it's like it sucks so much. But anyway, so what was I going on to? So yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Let me explain this. So basically, you have these shonen anime, and these shonen anime is pretty much like the main character is really powerful, or they have some sort of power where they're stronger than everyone, and then they want to become the strongest. And then you have Hunter x Hunter, which is also a shonen anime. But a really interesting thing about Hunter x Hunter is that the main character for the start of the anime is kind of like not strong, and that's just so freaking strange. Also, Monkey, how's it going? But it's so freaking strange. Like when I was watching that, when I was like very much into One Piece and Naruto, when I was very much like a shonen watcher, I watched Hunter x Hunter, and I was just like, man, when's Gon gonna be powerful? Like he's trying to fight people with a fishing rod, for crying out loud. And I mean, like he has, like at the start he has like stamina and he's kind of strong, but at the same time he's also not. And like it just took such weird turns for me, like expecting the shonen formula, where it was like, oh, like the main protagonist comes out somewhere, there's enemies, like he has to like get stronger and then move past and then win. And Hunter x Hunter really does a great way of subverting your expectations and changing things around and not having the same structure of as other shonen anime. But I remember watching that for the first time when I was actually really enjoying this shonen anime, and I wasn't really ready for that genre change or having that challenge towards my expectations. I was actually like, I was kind of put off by it. I was like, I don't know if I like this. But I did watch through all the Hunter x Hunter until like the last part of the anime. I do know that right now, like the problem with Hunter x Hunter at this point in time is that the author of Hunter x Hunter is really slow with releasing chapters. I think he's also suffering from health problems, which is kind of like sad. But that does mean that this anime has been on hiatus for a really, really long time. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll see it finish, but yeah. Let's see here. Let me catch up with chat a little bit, because also Mukib, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Also, I want to change the song for a second. Let me take a drink, by the way, because I've been talking quite a bit. This is really, like, I'm glad I put this on just chatting, but I do need to change the thumbnail for the stream right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're like, man, this was not what I expected. I'm sorry, this is not that thumbnail for that, but let me catch up right here. Y'all can see where I'm catching up, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, actually, I don't know how well this works. Every time someone types something, it jumps back. It's not about the world, but the personalities, and also they have to open a shop slash become a merchant because of reasons. Man, this is the problem with Isekai. It's like they say, oh, it's about the personalities. Is Isekai about the personalities, or actually, are you talking Isekai or are you talking like anime? But we were just talking Isekai. Let me talk Isekai. Isekai personalities are shit. They're shit. Isekai personalities are shit. All the fucking Isekai main characters. Let me go look this up. Hold on. We're gonna go look this up. Isekai personalities are the worst thing in the world. They don't exist, man. Like, first of all the support characters, they're always like cute girl numbers so much, and all their freaking shit is that they want to like sleep with the main protagonist, and either it's gonna be because like we're husband and wife, and they want to be married, or they want to be master and slave, or they want to be like Onichan, like brothers and sisters. Like, fuck that shit, man. Like they're all the same. They're all the same, and like every single like animal creature will be turned into like some sort of like cute cat girl, that sort of stuff. It's like, holy shit. But then you have the main protagonist, Isekai. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, honestly, this right here, 100%. Every Isekai protagonist is unique. Every Isekai protagonist, like, there you go. There you freaking go. They're not personalities, for fuck's sake.
They're like, oh my god, the personalities are even worse. Their personalities are even worse. There are some that are good, but most of them are kind of, yeah. But yeah, it is still fun to watch the trash. There are over 1,000 episodes of One Piece now, if I recall. Yeah, they're at 1,100, I think. I think they just crossed 1,100. I'm still keeping up, and I'm also reading the manga. Like One Piece is my poison, and I'm really glad. Like One Piece came into my life at a really good point at the time. I think like One Piece has also pretty much shaped a lot of the way that I look at the world and the way that I view friendships and that sort of stuff. It is very important to me. It's a very important anime to me. But yeah. Casually drink straight vodka. Yeah, indeed. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm going too far back. Let's see. Jody says, "I'm good. Glad to hear that." Oh, and have any of you watched the new Fallout show? I've seen stuff about it. I've heard from people that's good. I've not watched it just yet, but yeah. Oh, notice me, senpai. I was on a few of those. Yeah, I've been on a few of those too, but like that was especially around the time when I wasn't really watching that much anime, so like I was really trying to like figure things out. But yeah, try to watch cartoons. Do you have any recommendations? I've seen some, like one thing that's weird, which is rather interesting. Like I've seen some of this stuff. I've seen some of this like stuff are going around. I don't necessarily know what it's called or whatever. But you know, like there was this one big YouTuber who got like some sort of like porn parody made of like a cartoon. Like that shit, I'm seeing it everywhere. And like a thing that I've seen, like some sort of documentary, like I saw some sort of YouTube documentary come by. Like I watched the first like 1 minute, 2 minutes of it, and they were talking about it, and they were like that was like an indie cartoon made on YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck? How is this so big? How is this so big? How have I never seen it? But yeah, that is something which like apparently has gone well. They want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Yep. Attorney says, I plan to go to Japan at the end of this year. Oh wow, that's so cool. I'm thinking of going there soon as well. Where do you want to visit? Where do you want to visit? Also, like, how's your Japanese? Afim says, mind if I politely disagree with the concept of good storytelling being defined by the opposite but rather minimal. The protagonist encounters conflict to their goal. Oh yeah, no. Good storytelling is not just like protagonist encounters conflict towards their goal. But I mean, I think it's kind of like a minimum requirement sort of thing, because I guess if I look at like bad stories, like that's kind of what they're missing. Because like if there's let's say a theme says no, that is a crudely obvious definition that could be found in various extremities, if not most old stories. If I may, do you found an isekai to be bad due to finding the idea that all isekai follow the same format, and that this format is mostly bad by the larger opinion? Regardless of that opinion, if it is the opinion truly being explained or not, we can see down thoughts. Let's see, the personalities was adjust towards the love interest. Oh yeah, perhaps explain better. I too plan to go to Japan. How convenient. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe we can do it as a channel special. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, no. So yeah, no. I agree, Dad. I agree that basically the a story isn't just a main protag encounters a challenge, but I do notice if there's like main protag encounters no challenge, and that's the entire story, it's kind of boring. But yeah, let me explain like how I feel about isekai. If I may, do you find isekai to be bad due to find the idea that all isekai follow the same format, and that is mostly found like okay. So the thing with isekai is like I watched Sword Art Online, which is basically like the grandfather of isekai. Like that came out right at the time when I jumped into anime. That was like the fair like I was watching One Piece, I was watching Naruto, and then like at that point in time I was looking for other anime, and like the seasonal anime came around. And Sword Art Online came out, and Sword Art Online is like one of the first really popular isekai, where basically the concept is that you have main protagon is God, what is his name again? He is right here. This right here is main protagon of Sword Art Online. I don't know his name anymore. But yeah, like basically he lives in the future where there's VR tech, and this VR tech is so advanced that they can put you in the world by like just hijacking your brain, and then you can move around this world. It's such a good game, and he's a beta tester. And like on the very first day of the anime, on the very first day of the game launch, people all log in, and then they can't log out. And like in the helmets that you have to put on the VR headsets, there is brain fire. So if you die in the game, then like it will kill you in real life, and then you have to beat the game in order to get out of the game. No one can log out. That's kind of the idea. Because Protagon is a beta tester, and he's a really good epic gamer. He becomes super strong, and they have to defeat 100 levels of the world. And the thing was, like, when I saw that as a premise, like, I thought that was really, really fun. I really liked the idea. Like, it kind of gave me like One Piece vibes, where it's like, okay, like, you have some sort of like 4 stretch goals, and you have 100 levels. Like, how cool would that be? Like 100 game levels of this very carefully crafted game. Like, that's so cool, you know. I expected each level to be like a different world, because like you have to climb these levels. They're game design. It's like, man, this could be a really long running anime. Basically, within 5 episodes, they were at level 70. Oh boy! And then like you had some sort of like side story where where he got married to like whatever his childhood love, or I don't know, some sort of side character, and then basically like by episode 11 they were out of the game. And to me that was just like so weird. That was just so freaking weird. Where it's like, man, you know, like you have all this stuff to work with, but you didn't do anything with it, and you're moving out of the game that was supposed to be this entire thing, and then they fuck around in the real world for 2 days or 2 episodes or something. I was like, oh, we have a new game that we have to jump into, and then jump into the other game. And they also finished that in half a season. They also did that for the second season and the third season, whatever. So I kind of stopped watching that by then. But there are also like Isekai'd that I really enjoyed. Like the thing that I really enjoyed. About like the thing that I really like about the idea of the isekai genre is that it allows for like it allows for characters to be placed in a situation where, first of all, like they encounter a world that they're not familiar with. So like you can create a world which is completely different than what people expect. You can make a very new world, but also make that like contrast with our own, because a lot of times like these characters come from our own world, and then you can create these stories where like the characters from our world can like learn things, or like we can learn things from that world, because things work differently there, and that character gets contrasted with like how that works, and be like, oh, that's interesting. You get different insights from it, and at the same time you can see that affect the world. I think that a really great example from this is Re:Zero. Re:Zero is basically a story. It's an isekai. But the character gets transported into this world, and his power is that like when he dies, he gets respawned, like from like a save point sort of thing. Like he doesn't control the save points, but basically he has no special powers. He's just an average kid, and he has to figure out his way through this very cruel and brutal world, by dying over and over until it works. And it's like, I think that story is really interesting because what that does, it really sets out this world in a way where it's like, hey, you know, there's different political things going on. There's different like factions of people trying to do different things, and they're all motivated just by themselves, sort of thing. So they're like basically like what you'll have is like Protagon will try and do different things. Like we'll try and take different paths for every single iteration of his save point, and sometimes things happen and they like you have no idea why they happen. You know, things just happen. But then through different iterations, you discover, oh, you know, like these people did that, and these people did that, and like that caused the thing like earlier on, and you'll like he has to learn about them in order to deal with that. And it's really interesting because now you like later, like at the start, you have this complete sense of like how the hell is he going to get through this? This is impossible. And then later on, you get this satisfaction where it's like, hey, you know, he has all this prior knowledge that no one else expects because he's lived through it so many times. And then you have to beat down, which I really like. So I think that's a really good isekai because like it really works well with a world there, and also with a character who's like he has some knowledge of of our world, which that world doesn't have. But at the same time, he's also not overpowered because he's just a regular kid. And he can't talk with anyone about his powers. So you really get this thing where it's like someone who's like who has to change the world, or has like a power where he feels like he can change the world, but at the same time he doesn't have any power at all because his only power is dying and then getting reborn, like basically not getting reborn but respawning. But dying still hurts as fuck, and he's not getting any power and more powerful. So it's really interesting to see. I think that's a good isekai. I think another good isekai, or okay isekai, is the slime isekai. So basically the slime isekai is one where someone gets like respawned into like this standard isekai world as a slime, and then he absorbs a dragon to become like one of the most powerful slimes ever, and then his entire thing is basically playing Civ, where he's interacting with all the various creatures in the world, overpowering like kind of becoming their master through either overpowering them at the start or later just through negotiations. And he's like trying to go build a city and trying to connect the world in a peaceful way. And it's really interesting at the start because you have this really interesting flow where like he meets different characters and tries to like through negotiation or like trying to just be kind of peaceful, like he gets them to cooperate and then make them better, and like it's really fun to watch. The later seasons, like right now the third season is airing, and it's just a whole bunch of talking. It's just like people sitting and talking, being like, oh, so this has happened and this has happened, and now we're trying to overthrow the kingdom. So what we did, we sent the king back to attack us, and we asked him to go and repay us in a sum of money that he can never pay back. So then what will happen is that like the nobles will kick him out and will try and take over, but then we will be there with our king that we want to take over, and then we will support that king, and then we will take over, and our king will be up top in that place. So that's the plan. Okay, that's the plan. And then like 2 scenes later, it's like, okay, so the king is not being reinstated, and here's the first the coffer of payments. Okay, so that's the first payment. How's it going? Well, like that's, and it's like it's just talking, and it's like, yeah, man, I want to see some action. So yeah. Let's see. In ReZero's power, his special power is he's a doofus. The death trauma thing was very cool, however. Reminds me of Warframe. Yeah, like I think that is like I like that thing there as well, because I think like also just to like tie this thing to a theme where it's about what's it called, talking about the like protag has to overcome a challenge. That's kind of a good story. It's like not like I think that a lot of times like what you also find is that the overcoming of the challenge is different. So like if you look at One Punch Man, One Punch Man is also a really good anime. I think that's a really cool anime to get into if you haven't seen anime. Because basically it's about this superhero who defeats all of his enemies in one punch. And basically that sounds like, if I say like, hey, if a challenge is what makes a story interesting, then this sounds like the most boring story ever. And it's basically like a comedy anime. It's like, oh man, this guy defeats everyone in one punch. But it's going, like, it has 2 seasons. I really hope it's gonna get this 3rd season pretty soon, because it's a really good anime. And not because the joke is so funny the 3rd time around, that, he beat someone in one punch, but because you basically have this other story going on at the same time. Like, this is a guy who really wanted to become a hero to give his life purpose, and now he's here and he defeats every single enemy, from like the easiest enemy around to like the most powerful being in the universe with one single punch. And like, what's the point? Like, his life feels like there's no purpose. like he's completely, he seems to be completely and utterly depressed, because like he's worked so hard towards his goal, and now he is all powerful, but like, what now? And it's really interesting to see, like, basically his struggle is more to be like with his emotions and like with the pointlessness of his life. So like I really like that. I really like, that's something where like also what you see right here with ReZero is like, yeah, the struggle with Subaru is his name. The struggle with Subaru and ReZero is partly with like the struggles at hand, but also with the fact that like he has to go for this dying ritual every single, like he has to like die every single time when things fuck up, and he doesn't know like if he dies whether that leaves behind the people, like whether he gets reborn into a new instance of the world and then leaves behind the people that are there, or whether like how that works. Because like a couple times like he'll off himself to get a retake, but like how does that leave the people there behind? And he cannot tell this to anyone, and he still has to live through all this pain and stuff. And he also has like, you live through people where like you share experiences with people, and then when you die, like those people have never shared those experiences with you, but you have shared that with them. So like how do you deal with that? So like that's really interesting. Trinity says my Japanese is okay. I can get around with it. I plan to go. Risaka Onsen and Yamagata, and maybe big cities. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So yeah. Just make sure that you can say "Hajimemashite" and "Koro wa pen desu," and you'll be okay. So "Koro wa pen desu" is this is a pen, and then you're okay. Kirito. Oh yeah, it's Kirito. I remember that. I remember now. Let's see. I know it because I search a lot of. I just remember it. Oh, do you watch a lot of Isekai? Oh man, I think another Isekai that's really cool is is what I said. The Eminence in the Shadows. Eminence in the Shadows is like I would recommend that too because Eminence in the Shadows is on the surface pretty much a similar Isekai where it's like basically it talks about the like. It's also like a main protagonist who drops into this world, is an all-powerful being, gets like the harem of all sorts of girls, that sort of stuff. But the main thing that I really like about that anime is that it kind of fucks with this idea of like isekai, because this character, like the character in let me go bring this up right here. Let me just go right here. So the main character in Eminence in the Shadows is right here. Is this guy right here. And basically, like, as you can see, like, his entire thing is about being an edgelord. But like that's not like the role that he falls into. That's like what he has built his entire life around. Like even in the normal world, he tried to be the Eminence in the Shadows, and this idea of the Eminence in the Shadows is like this really cool idea that you have as a kid when you're like 10 years old. It's like, oh man, you know what would be so cool if I would like be this really powerful being that would show up just in the blink of time, and no one would know who I am. But then I show up and I save the day, and then I disappear again. I'm the Eminence in the Shadows, the all powerful being in the shadows that shows up at the right moment, makes the saves, and then disappears again, and then like lays dormant scheming somewhere. But like that's what he wants to do. Like so basically he spent his entire life training to be all powerful, to be really good at combat, and like the way that he dies is that like he's trying to like beat his head against the wall to try and get magic in the real world, which doesn't exist, and then like he lunges away and like he gets hit by a truck because he just lunged into the road. But then he gets into this world where, you know, there is magic, and he's like, bingo, this is where I'm gonna make my shit. So his entire fucking life is about becoming this Eminence in the Shadows. And the funny thing about this is that like it really takes this thing where it's like, this isn't a ridiculous character. It makes no fucking sense. But they give a reason as to like why he is so insane about this stuff. But then they also give him this thing where it's like, basically everything he says kind of happens, but he's completely unaware of it. So like he'll make this entire organization to fight like this other organization in this world, which he says is controlling the world. But he's made that just up on a complete whim when he was a kid, to like convince some girl that he happened to save accidentally to be like, oh yeah, I'm an Eminence in the Shadow who's like trying to fight this evil organization, the Cult of Diablos. It really exists. He just made that up like on the spot, and then like that happens to exist. But it's just really fun, because like basically like it plays around with this idea that, you know, like yeah, his entire posse is, you know, girls, because that's what isekai things do. But then like it doesn't, like it plays around with that, where it's basically like you'll have opponents be like, oh man, is that is that the Shadow Garden? I think that's the name of his force. Like, is that someone from Shadow Garden? It's like, no, that was a man. You know, there's only women in Shadow Garden, as we all know. You know, so it really plays around with it, kind of in the same way that One Punch Man plays around with, you know, the idea of this shonen protagonist being super powerful. This kind of plays around with this like all the token things, you know, of isekai, and it's pretty fun. It's not the most clever thing, but you know, it's also kind of fun. So yeah. You know what's also a really good isekai? Goblin Caves. Goblin Caves. I've not seen that. Actually, I'm just realizing that I should probably not watch images, especially. But yeah, I'll be lurking. Have a lovely stream, Trini. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. And yeah, enjoy Japan. If you've gone, let me know. So are they just pooping themselves until they can get out of the game? in tribal. So in Sword Art Online, it's like, yeah, basically. Well, so like basically, in all these isekai, but like basically in Sword Art Online as well, is you have that. A lot of times you have like people who like you'll have random characters in the background that no one remembers, that no one cares about, that die to show this case. Like, oh yeah, you know, this can happen. And yeah, I mean, like when they're laying around there in their beds, I don't know how the feeding works, because like basically like that's also not explained. Like what, like whether they're pissing and pooping themselves in the beds, in the real world, or whether they're, you know, being fed. No one's talking about that as far as I remember. So. Sorry, it's cave, not caves. Don't search images of it. No, yeah, I was just realizing like maybe it's a very ecchi anime, and then all of a sudden, you know, like now I'm getting in trouble on YouTube and Twitch. Like that would be kind of bad. That would be kind of really bad. So he is Batman, yeah, pretty much. Like you'll have this scene where, you know, like he is. It is like, oh man, like I love. Hold on, let me see if I can find this scene right here. I want to find this scene. Eminence in the shadow. Let's see. Wine. All right. So this right here, I'm not gonna play this scene, but I'm gonna show you stills of it. But this right here is the peak of this anime. This is something that I love so much about it. So you know how you have the scene where basically, you know, you have like Batman brooding in his place, and it's like it's very aesthetic. He's drinking wine, like overlooking the city, and you know you have the letter with the information, that sort of stuff. You know, like that's very, very typical. Like this anime does that because like that's what this character wants. However, the way that he does that is like you get this entire scene where, you know, like he gets out the wine. He's like, yeah, you know, like he literally spends all his money that he can get on like buying this expensive wine, and then setting up his room with like very expensive paintings. Like this right here is also just like a regular dorm, basically. He lives in while he is like studying, and like he especially like puts on his letter because, oh man, that will look so cool. And then because like he has one of his girls from the organization come in, and like as you can see right here, the moment that she comes in, it's like all his stuff that's normally like in his dorm, like it's all like put aside and shoved in like in the back. It's like all the cupboards of the stuff. It's like, all right, we gotta put that away because then, you know, if she comes in, it will look like I am, you know, I'm just sitting here, I'm brooding. It is like it is like I love this stuff. I really, really love it. Like it is so funny. I really love it because it's like so many times, you know, like you see these scenes in movies or in series where like, oh man, that's so aesthetically pleasing, but like how did they set it up? Like why is the mastermind drinking wine at the exact moment that someone comes in? Like, is he just drinking wine the entire time until he hopes that someone comes in? But yeah, that's basically that. But yeah, edge is an interesting term for it. It is. I think it's kind of like the straight edge weebs that fits into this vibe very well. But yeah, that's kind of my anime rant. Maybe at some point I'll make anime videos. But right now I'm not making any videos because this stream was supposed to be a video, but it didn't turn out to be one. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. We'll see. Not quite sure yet. But yeah, I'll check out Goblin Cave, but I'll not check that out on the stream. It looks like Zero from Code Geass. I've actually watched Code Geass. I've heard from people that it's a really, really good anime. I've watched part of it. Then there was a scene where I was like, oh my god, fuck that. If you've seen Code Geass, you probably know what moment I was like, oh fuck that. It is in the first season. It is someone midway through. And it is or like not midway through, somewhere towards the end of the first season. Yeah. That moment for me has put it on hold. Maybe like I'll probably return to it at some point, but I was like, oh my god, something happens in the anime where it's like it really, really feels like someone was like, the writer was like, oh shoot, this will solve all our problems. We gotta go write something to fix this. So yeah, I have heard that the ending is really, really good and it's very, very well thought out. So let's see. What I'm just saying, you like it has 3 episodes. Episode 2 is the bad ending. Episode 3 is the good ending, basically. You can find it in Discord or like send it to me via Discord. I'll check it out. Does it have to do something with pink hair? Absolutely. And it has to do something with saying something that, you know, this person has never said before, but he just can't help himself. It's like he was like, oh yeah, we can have it all, we can have everything. Oh wait, let me just say something that I've never said before. Oh, that fucks it all up. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. So yeah, that is that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that was the just chatting anime section of today, man. Yeah, I'll let you know I'll let you guys know like how it goes with streams. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we didn't do a game stream today. That's interesting. I find it interesting that they were having a laugh. Yeah, I mean. That entire scene is just kind of weird. The entire run up towards that is a little bit strange. Yeah, let's not talk. Like, I don't want to talk about it too much. Cause, like, again, like, you know, maybe we'll spoil it for people. And also, we're at 2 hours, so I'm gonna have to go and get some more water. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a little bit of a mess of a stream. However, I did quite enjoy it. I did quite enjoy having a little chat. I'm gonna try going forward to make this a little bit more structured. I'm gonna try and like really keep it down to like 15 minutes of like lead in, and then really gonna get into the game. And then once we get into the game, hopefully like we'll actually like go into the tension. Then I can talk whatever I want. But I do actually need to get down to this because otherwise I might have just call this a just chatting stream. So yeah, Water Gang, hell yeah. So yeah, anyway, that said though, Wednesday for sure we're gonna have Half-Life 2, and on coming Friday, we'll have a video out. And if you are subscribed to the channel, if you're a supporter of the channel, then we will have like that video will be out tomorrow already, because I'm gonna try and like make my early videos a little bit early. A little bit early for once, because a lot of times like I'm releasing them on the day off. I'm like, oh yeah, here 2 hours early. But now I'm actually gonna try and get my videos done a little bit earlier in time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed the stream. It was scuffed. It was all over the place, and we spent we ended up talking like an hour about anime and Isekai anime. And like, oh my god, oh my god, man! Like, what does it say about me? I don't know. What does it say about you? I hope it says that we're really, really cool, interesting people. Let's wear our VR and poop ourselves until next stream. Oh man, what about we wear the VR and poop ourselves on stream? That may be the new meta on Twitch, because I don't know, like Twitch is becoming a really, really interesting place. We have many different metas, and the just chatting section right here has become interesting. May I ask you if Cryosphere is installed? It is installed. That said, it will probably be something that will go into the playthrough slot sort of thing. So that will go into, I guess, like once we finish Half-Life 2. And yeah, Lethal Company is also going to go on the list. That may be next week. I should grab that too. It's free on Steam. You can get Cryosphere for free on Steam. It doesn't cost you anything. So yeah. Wait, you can upload a reaction to Goblin Cave on Patreon. Mayhaps I'll do. Mayhaps I'll do. Send it to me, and then I think you've sent it to me. Mayhaps I'll do that. Or no, you haven't sent it to me. This was. Or no, maybe you have. I'm tagging Xeno's Discord. Oh no. That was Xeno just typing something. Okay, send it to me and I'll maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Yeah.